Hello everyone, welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. This is a short, I should say a short, this is a quick update episode on where we are. The year is the fall of 1098, so we're 14 years into the game. And if we check our cash, we currently have 30 million dinars. So, anyway, the reason, so that is it. That's where we are right now. We are, I think we are ready to go to, let's say, declare our kingdom. But then our character is not, our ability is not up there yet. See, I'm trying to get our scouting to 225. We are only at 139. So we're still quite a ways away. This is 125, this is 150, and this is 225. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4. So about just a bit under 100, right? This is 125, 225. So just a bit over under 100 to get there. And so anyway, but we have been going around and so our clan is doing well. We are not seeing any more. What do you call this? Let's look at our clan. Where's our wife? That's our wife. So we have 4 kids. Hold on. Let's go to the heroes. Not the heroes. Let's remove these. No. Okay. Go back to home. Go to our clan. Go to the Hadin. So here we are. Sora is now 35 because Nathanos married her when I think she was like 22 or something. So we are 14 years into the game. So very shortly after we started, when we were able to rescue our brother, so we had him married off, and so this is our wife. She's 28. I don't think she can get pregnant now at 35, right? I don't think she can. This game doesn't. So our wife still has the potential to give birth. We have 4 kids. And our younger brother has 3 kids, and she's Baniseth is pretty young. But I don't know. I've been going around camping. Doing smithing and spending overnight. So we need to spend overnight to be able to for the couples to get some action going and hopefully produce us a baby, but it's not. Anyway, aside from the update on this, so this is again a landmark. We have 30 million dinars at this point in time. I've never seen, I never imagined I'd get there. And currently we are positive. We are making about between 2 to 3,000 dinars per day, and I have also improved our workshop. Oh, why is Amitatis back at 0? What? This one I don't understand. So Lagita still doing okay. Fight Cowan. Oh, why did Fight Cowan? Okay. Orticia is still the best. The smithing, and then Poros is doing tannery. Huh. Why's Amitatis at 0? Wow, we're not making money there. So we still have room for one more. So I think we will do either a one of those either leatherworks where there is a bunch of porkers. Anyway, aside from that, the current shenanigans among the different factions is that the Aserai is really melting. It's really melting. They're down to 4 towns and 1 castle because both the Southern Empire and the Valandians are squeezing it from east and the west. So from the east are the Southern Empire. From the west are the Valandians. The Valandians are a lot more aggressive. So they have taken a ton of property from the Aserai. What is surprising is because I set our options on AI being smart and more being deliberate. So they are. So I guess then the AI governors are smarter. That they there's less chances of rebellion, and that's why Epicotea has been taken over by the Khuzaits and Diathma, and we have not seen any uprising there. And then aside from Varcheg and Omor, the Khuzaits have held on to 4 of these Sturgeon's towns: Balgard, Varnopov, Sibir, and Tial. And I have, if we hadn't, that's the, yeah, they have held on to those, and there has been no rebellion at all. So it's by making the ARA smarter, which makes the game harder. We have less chances of grabbing property. So, and then aside from that, so the Western Empire, the Southern Empire, is at odds with both the Western Empire and the Aserai. So I was thinking maybe we can sneak into Lycaron and take it so that we are not connected. If we can do that, there are like almost 700 defenders in there, militia. So right now our avatar can bring with him a total of 338 troops. So I was thinking, if 338, if nobody disturbs our sieging effort, because the Southern Empire is preoccupied down here. Look at them, they are preoccupied down here. But I'm not seeing any action. There's no sieging, there's no fighting, and maybe they are totally expended, and so it might be a good idea to come and take it. See, the only sore point, or the weakness that we have, is we have Houston Falk right in the middle of southern territory. So if we besiege this one, Lycaron, it's a risk, right? If we can do that, we can take this, and then we will have, the Southern Empire will have a hard time coming into our property now, because Faikano now would be at the edge of it, and our garrison in that area is very, very strong. So the only weak one is Poros down here, which they can reach from Vostrum. Anyway, that's where the situation is. So I was thinking, okay, let's get home to Lageta, get our premier troops. Onyx Castle has been besieged by the Aserai. So that's against the, I think Jamia is being occupied by the Valandians. How I don't see I'm blind. Oh, is it on this side? Oh, it's on this side, the Southern Empire. So so hopefully that will occupy them, right? And, wait, Is there a tournament going on here in Zionica? Yeah, there is. Okay, let's do a save and then. So we're still earning renown. Our primary source of renown are the tournaments. So it's just very slow going. But after the flurry of taking over Phykion and the castles from the Batanians up in the north, see our. Remember, we had from the last one, it was like 3,500 to the sixth level. So the final tier, which is 6, is 6,100. So we are just 1,000 points away. It used to be about like 2,500 points. So we're still 1,000 points away, but we are getting there. We're getting there. It's only when we are constantly fighting is that when we get like good renown. Like, because if we're fighting somebody our size or at our level, we get renown maybe about what 15 to 20 renown. So, and constant fighting allows us to get the renown very quickly. But we have not been fighting, and the only source of renown we get are primarily through the tournaments. Doing bandits, they give us at most 1 point right now. Because the army size we field is pretty large. Oh, this is strange. And once we want to declare our own kingdom, we have to be. Whoa! Jeez. And also, we will have to start organizing our parties so that, or creating parties so that we can group them up with ourselves, and therefore form large armies. So we can form, I think, we can form an. Whoa. So if we can form our own troops, is about our own avatar can aggregate about 338, and then if each of one of our parties can be about 200, so that's 800 plus 338 will be about 1100. So that would be a good enough sized army to field. So if it's not our own companions, these guys are easy because they don't have the kind of armor that all our companions have. I'm slowly upgrading them. I think four from our party have the best armor there is. So if we You know, let's just go peek by like Karen and see if we can take it. If we can take it, we'll just reload to another to a previous save game. That's fine. Because right now, until we declare our own kingdom, we don't have information as to how the other kingdom's strengths and weaknesses are. Because it will show us the kind of army strength is of each kingdom, uh, which in turn allows us to get an estimate as to how we compare to each individual kingdom. Shall we get all of these? Thing is that no, we are we don't have time to smelt a lot of these. I'm interested in, or maybe we should, because this is a lot of stuff. Yep, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, that means we might have to spend the night here. Uh, get these things smelted down. Do we have enough? Yeah, let's just get all of it. Horses. How about horses? Wow, they're very expensive. Okay, no. You know what? The cheapest horses are in the Kuzait's land. We have not really checked out the Azurai lands. I think horses there are the cheapest. The Kuzait's and the Azurai both offer very cheap horses. No, no. We don't have any more tools. Oh, we have tools. We have tools. Pottery, oil. Ooh, velvet. Good price. Good price. Meat good price too. Wow. Oh, because they just went through a siege. The Western Empire just went through a siege with the Southern Empire. The Southern Empire just sieged Onyx Castle here. And so there have been wow, look at them. They're all so weak. They're all tiny. They don't have any size. So the other thing that's possible for us is we can actually take rote, right? And once we take rote, wow, that's something to think about. Anyway, for now, let's go and let us go do some smithing. See, the best we have found in terms of smithing and forging for business is the two-handed sword. The two-handed sword that we're crafting is composed of really cheap parts. This one is only wrought iron. It's level 4 and it only requires 3 wrought iron. So our component parts are 4 wrought iron, 2 iron, and 1 hardwood. And in exchange, the sword that we create, we can sell from between 18 to 19,000 dinars. This 4 wrought iron can be provided by smelting down just 1 falchion. This falchion, it gives us 5 wrought iron. And then the bastard swords, so these broadleaf, they will give us 3 iron and 2 wrought iron. So the cost of a broad bladed throwing knife, which is about 200-300 bucks, plus a falchion, which costs about 700 bucks, 800 dinars. So maybe our cost is about 1,000, but when we melt it down and we make we get a return 1,000 versus 18 to 19,000. That's absolutely no other way can we make money than this. It is such a good return. And this is an iron spatha. It is more expensive than the falchion. But again, see, there's like 5 wrought iron and uh, one crude iron. So these are the things that I keep going around. And these guys, these hatchets, they give us 1 wrought iron and 1 crude iron, and it costs us about 140 to 150 bucks a piece. And they give us 1 hardwood too. Okay, so that means these are good component. These are good stuff to buy and break down to component parts. This is even better, right? Again, this is a little more expensive than the bastard sword, the falchion, and then I think the bastard sword, and then a simple bastard sword, because it gives us 2 iron, 4 wrought iron, and 1 crude iron. So these are good sources of raw materials, which we can then turn into a 200 sword that uses for the blade. The blade is the most expensive one with wrought iron, 3 wrought iron. And then the component parts of the guard and the pommel, these are only 1 iron, regular iron. See, but this level 4, but it only requires 1 iron. And this one is also a level 4. And it's also, it's only wrought iron. Oh, the other iron is in the handle. The handle requires 1 iron and 1 hardwood. And so that gives us, that combination gives us a return of 18:1. Just absolutely unbelievable. So the best way to make money in this game is still smithing. And we have found the best combo. I think in our first gameplay, we were tinkering around with like the throwables, the shaft, or the javelins. They also give us about 18,000, but they require like steel and fine steel. Some of them, yeah, because the points, the shafts, of course, are just the hardwood, which is easy, is cheap. But it's the point that the pointy end that requires high-end materials, and those are expensive. Unlike wrought iron, we can grab wrought iron almost anywhere, because almost every place sells some type of low-end swords or like axes or like hatchets. Yeah, we get the wrought iron. So. And since we have a party, a whole group, 14, look at that. Yeah, we have 14 who can smelt items for us. We are just printing money at this point in time. And that's the reason why we can get to 30 million dinars. We have been smelting down these tribesmen. Look at this. They give us wrought iron, steel, and fine steel. See, all the way up here, fine steel. These are very expensive items or components. So and they cost these cost like what 300 to 400 dinars a piece, but it's still well worth it. So that's why, yeah, smithing, number one money earner in the game. Everything else, no. Trading, no, it's terrible. Here we need to refine, turn the hardwood into charcoal. Charcoal. The other thing that is hard about smithing is that the components, the swords, hardwood, charcoal, they all weigh a ton. They're very heavy. But the component parts, they only weigh half a pound. Each item only weighs half a pound. So that is good. That is so that's why, as much as I can break them down, I'll break them down because they actually they're not heavy. So that's why the only heavy part that we're carrying around are charcoal. Charcoal is still five pounds per load, while hardwood is 10 pounds per load. So that is the reason why it is super heavy. And charcoal is required in everything. So when we convert, let's say, crude iron to wrought iron, when we want to improve the purity of it, we need charcoal. When we smelt, we need charcoal. Drumore Castle to Pindor. Oh, okay. So that means they were able to, Botanians were able to take away some stuff from the Valandians. Okay, that's good because that means the the Valandians now they're fighting a two-front war. So when people are fighting, they don't notice little us, and so we can actually sneak in there and take maybe this castle and Viron Castle. But you know, Valandia is very powerful. Look at the territory they have taken. It is. I've seen them field two armies, each about 2,000 strong, and so I don't want to test Valandia. And what they did was they just only took a Drumore Castle. They didn't even take the Pencana, which is a town. So anyway, our timer went off, so I guess this would be a good place to cut the episode right here. And then I'll continue. I'll come here to Lageta, load up on our elite troops, and then let's see if we can take Lake Heron. Okay, I'll thank you guys for joining me. I will see you in the next one. Bye.